So it'll be almost mirror matchups, except it'll be M80 playing the Sim versus Obsidian playing the Mei. So we saw them play the Mei the other day. Want to really kind of like split teams off, make it difficult. Right there, they see that looks like Tread just drops a little bit further down.
Look at the Reaper! Look at the Reaper!
And they just follow directly in. Yeah, well, that's Hydron picking up some kills with the turrets in that small space. That is a first fight win there for M80 really fast.
You see the kind of pressure this composition generates because of that Sim TP throwing an entire death ball in your face. You do not have the bandwidth to turn around and look at the Reaper, who's extremely good when he's right up your clacker,
well,
hitting with those shotguns.
Pelican's also like one of the better Reapers, I feel like. We've seen him play Reaper in the past a ton. As looks like Obsidian just having...
It's like rating people on how well they pour cereal, right? It seems like it's a very elementary skill set to have, but you know, like a good Reaper makes a big difference in terms of sort of prolonging your own lifespan here. This is...
They get them low, they split them off with the Sim wall, right? Like, and they just basically sit on the other side in that close quarter area and just do damage right on through. There's nothing Obsidian can do.
Operation Look at the Reaper? Underway here for Obsidian. Again, they don't have any space. They have no room. Lepta speeds M80 in onto them, and if they need extra mobility, M80 in uses Sim TP. They're going to drop down here. May wall to try and buy a little bit of space for Obsidian. They've made good use of their hero in the past, but here they come once more. M80 on the way in. Tread trying to replicate the charge in there to bring Hawk down. The coalescence here from Ultraviolet. It's a little late in the day.
It feels like, though, that M80, like, they kind of got what they wanted at the start, which is, like, getting that Maywall out early. Sound barrier for both sides. They still want to fight this, even without Hawk.
The charge came in. Pelican had to avoid it, though, for the most part. That Death Blossom could be devastating now that the sound barrier is offline. Theoretically, Cardiac Arrest also won't be available! Oh, my goodness, okay. They're able to knock Pelican back for a time. Cardiac Overdrive is going to be there. And Dove with a Death Blossom makes it more like Cardiac Arrest. Nicely done.
Say, I was like, oh man, Marcus Malka with Cardiac Arrest. That's a different. The new ability.
I'm sorry, it does the same damn thing.
That's the Orisa Cobra's version. See here, Dove just taking some damage, letting his Moira just farm up some coalescence there off that Sim turret, but that's a huge fight win there for Obsidian. They absolutely needed a fight win. That's going to be a Sim wall and a TP to the point.
It's Malgan time, says Tread. Charges in first, and AJ was able to build up that coalescence there just from topping Dove up. This is much better from Obsidian. Much better. Hydron and Ultraviolet both brought down again. That glass cannon nature of Sim works against M80 there. Another Death Blossom, mostly ignored because Hawk is generating much of the threat on virtue of the sheer amount of damage he is dumping on Obsidian.
Yeah, he pushes on forward, and that was actually a pretty good start to the fight there for Obsidian. Dove was doing, making some nice plays in the backline, ends up picking up a kill early on, but and Hawk comes in with a big slam. Pelican there, Death Blossom on the point. I think it'll be really difficult. Let's see how they go about retaking now with this Mei. That's where the Sim feels like you have a little bit more flexibility in how you play this now on defense, with the ability to TP, go fast, get people out of a really difficult situation. Pelican on the point, that's totally fine that he's walled off. He can just stay alive.
And so he does, yeah. Kayak Overdrive helping to that effect. Dynasty tried to push up but got caught inside the cage fight. Coalescence from the outside here from Ultraviolet wasn't nearly enough to keep Pelican standing, but it's a trade of Reapers for the time being. Again, Bionic Orb deployed to keep Hawk standing. Left sound barrier now is fully expired. Hydron is charged up and is hitting very hard at this point of the fight. It's got to be tough for Dynasty to shrug that damage off here. And here's the wall. Now to play from behind it. Hydron going to be very tough to unseat here. Almost gets the better of Dynasty, but it doesn't matter who is shooting right now. As long as someone is taking damage from him, M80, they're charging up and getting out in the lead. Again, once more, Hydron wants to try and close the gap. Cage fight deployed. Only one player, I think, standing inside of that was Ultraviolet. Tethered in place. Sim TP down the wall gives Obsidian the time enough to flip the point. And M80 gonna have to regroup.
Losing Ultraviolet's huge, so that's like a large portion of their healing. I wonder if Obsidian decides to like move in. No, they actually M80 bail out, where I was like, oh, maybe Obsidian can get like a speed boost, take some players out. That would have been massive. Is Pelican still lurking here on the high ground? Death Blossom into...
Oh! That's
Long as not each other down.
Man, if Pelican actually just went for the Blossom there, it could have been massive to time up with that 0.4 seconds of stun. Either way, Already done with 3 there, dropping down a little bit blatantly, but still having.
Bro, I got lost.
Obsidian do very, very well to stay so competitive in this round, but they're out of gas now. That'll be that.
Yeah, really close first round between these two teams. The thing I would
Bro,
worry about a little bit here for Obsidian is
I went downstairs and I cut up some fucking
so
I didn't. No one started the predictions, did they?
And think that's the way forward.
I went downstairs to cut up some fucking things. Oh no, there was a thank you, Rai.
I feel like Obsidian were pretty flexible.
I went downstairs to cut some fucking lemons so I could have lemon water. My bad.
Might have an edge here.
Sorry, chat.
Against this kind of setup. Or maybe mirroring the Symmetra, but Obsidian don't really seem inclined to try that. At best, maybe to shuttle the team out of spawn. But yeah, like from Pelican's
What do you mean? I was cutting lemons.
Village offers makes it really easy to flank in. Choose your entry.
Lemon water, chat.
Maybe a little harder on Shrine, to be fair. You can't drop
Oh my god.
so easily. But you can still flank. You can still wrap around.
Hawk looks like take a little bit of a off angle here. You get the sim advantage in terms of the TP, so you get the point first here if you're M80, and then also
King K, appreciate Master Prime sub, Hellfired, appreciate Master 7 months.
Hydron, I know, gets a few of these set up on the walls, makes it difficult for them to push on through.
Are you guys being serious that you guys have never had lemon water before? You guys never go to a restaurant and say, hey, can I get water? Can I get some lemon with it too?
Trenery down to half HP. Maywall deployed, Hydron just sidesteps it. And then sets up a TP.
It's not disgusting. Yo, what's up, Dad?
Nothing really to furrow the brow of M80 here as the Reaper hasn't fully committed to the fight now. Dove back behind friendly lines. Ooh, that's the sim impact. Hydron and Pelican devour Tread.
Bensky, appreciate myself 11 months.
Sim can actually build up charge on that Maywall as well, and then in the last round we actually saw
Dude.
Hydron build up some charge.
Is Pelican playing with high ping, chat, or no?
Build it up on like kind of that like round shield that goes around, where if you're gonna just kind of let this Sim get charged up in the neutral and just kind of trade damage back and forth, you're gonna lose those fights in the long run. I mean, that is playing in exactly into what they want.
Charging off the
Holy shit, I feel bad for Pelican.
Really non-negligible here. Dynasty has to be careful about how they make use of that. Here's the Stumpy. Tread maybe biting up a little bit more.
Can't M80 get him a visa and like put him in the States?
All thrown down. Cage fire now though is going to keep all of Obsidian inside this area. The Blizzard though thrown down. Hawk frozen up, and Lip has the sound barrier playing from a safe distance, and here it is. The Blossom will force the Ice Block. Coming out of Ice Block will be scary for Dynasty, but Dove is going to be there with a counter Blossom of his own. And that'll be the fight. Obsidian managed to wrest the point back here. North of 61% for M80.
Yeah, M80 definitely thought they had it with Pelican coming around the corner with that Death Blossom, but it was really nice from Obsidian to just kind of like disengage. Dynasty does a nice job just getting into the Ice Block really fast, obviously negating a lot of that damage that would have went down. And then Dove answers with a Death Blossom of his own once M80's like pretty overextended.
Back to the grind. Pickaxe is shouldered here by M80, but they're going to get instantly caught inside that cage fight. The Ultraviolet trying to stay out of it, but eventually has to commit to have some healing impact. Attempt there at using the TP to sort of give you a way out. It's a little late, and Pelican gets lost early.
It's actually really interesting. Hydron's playing Symmetra?
Get out of this. His Ultraviolet gets quite low. It's
should be a big stagger.
Coalescence here from AJMR. I feel like they gotta get some picks off of this. I feel like you're committed to just kind of pushing through it.
Oh, they're chasing 100%.
Holy shit!
Dove having a bit of a game here. 3 kills with that Reaper ultimate, and that will be enough. This gives Obsidian that buffer. Now as they start to reach a parity with M80 in terms of their capture progress.
Obsidian is better off in these fights being like hyper aggressive and, you know, not trade. You don't want to trade with that Sim like in that medium range, right? This is where they're gonna win with this comp, is being hyper aggressive.
Now, wall might still be relevant though. You can still dance this and avoid a lot of the damage incoming. You see M80's health bars, they are extremely topped up. Obsidian feed themselves to the beast there, thinking maybe they can derive an advantage by using a Maywall to cut off half of M80.
Dove gets Hydron. Maybe you can actually kind of like, you're not going to take the point back right away, right? But maybe you don't have to give up a ton here.
Pelican wards the other way. No, you're staggering this fight actually. That was really... I'm talking about picking the spots there from M80. They're a player down. They didn't have Pelican at the time. They see a golden opening, and Hawk just plunges into the
Artemis, appreciate 500 bits. That's still a lot of ping.
M80 with a bit of an advantage, right? Gonna be
Overwatch
last
actually
place
doesn't
territory.
play that bad
We're gonna have
on,
this cage fight here, Death Blossom combination.
what do you call it? High ping.
Trap everybody inside, let Pelican go to work.
What's up, Help us out. Appreciate
Cage
it.
fight, though, that's 3 players trapped, at least 4 maybe. Death Blossom now is a pretty dirty combo. You can't get away from this. 2 for Pelican now. TP out of the Blizzard. It came a little too late from Dynasty to really counter what M80 were planning there. Tread's healthy, but
Wait,
no
what?
allies to help him
What?
whatsoever. Now I have to try and find a way to touch. Looks a bit awkward with the cage fight off the point. He'll charge in. Already down to half though. And without Tread, there's really no chance of Obsidian mounting a counter-offensive here. They really need 5 to make this
Well,
work.
I mean, I don't know how 240 ping plays, but I know like if you're on like 110, 120, 150, something around there.
This will be a sound barrier that answers the Death Blossom.
Not that bad. Like EU to NA or NA to EU.
High mobility gets back to the point here of your Obsidian, trying to keep map 1 alive.
Doom in the picture now for Tread. That's it though, not quite enough. A generally competitive first map here. From
Damn, bro.
Time
M80 kind of
close
fucking
to
ran away with that
expected it
shit.
to be.
M80. Is that supposed to be like a spray can? That's actually pretty cool. And Obsidian looks like timeless. It looks like a timeless thing. Is
straight away.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of these teams started to poke around in North America. Sort of
Oh, it
after
is?
stage 1 had started,
Why is it
they
not called
qualified straight
timeless?
away.
Why is it called
M80
Obsidian?
obviously had a bit of a false start, picked up a team, didn't work out, but went straight back and said, okay, there's still a lot of talent in North America. Let's build something new. We can still
If they have 2 teams, why can't they just call it Obsidian? I mean, Timeless and Timeless 2.0.
M80 need the win. It is a winner.
What
Canade, Prisma's at 38 months though, like I said.
Decides to run this Sigma Ash on the
Here, M80 need the win. It is a winner.
What are your
No,
thoughts
there's a
here if
team back
Obsidian
then that did
decides
it.
to run this
What was it?
Sigma
It was like
Ash on the
LG Evil and LG Loyal. That's fucking cool. He keeps the brand on point. LG Evil Loyal.
Right, so the thing that
Fucking better, bro. Better. Gotta think of the marketing. Obsidian L. No, it's not Timeless Obsidian. It's Obsidian. No, L marketing, bro. Virtual. Push back to 27 months.
Potentially here for the Sigma up on the high ground. Push it
They
back.
need to respect the off-angle May though, and Hydron getting knocked down, a Pelican rather getting knocked down as well isn't great. Hydron does get picked off. Yeah,
L.
Momentum able to finish off that kill.
No wonder they're losing. They can't even get the marketing down. I'm joking. I don't know.
Denied from him. But then there's the issue, the secondary issue of these DPS playing up on this high ground. Momentum trying to get back to safety. Still at 1 tick though, so M80 have the antidote to this Sigma poke composition straight away. It's not pretty, but hey, they're in a commanding position for now.
No, and you see, it'll actually be Tread switching back over to Maga. The hard part is like in the second part of the map,
it's literally Timeless Obsidian if you look on Wikipedia. Yeah, what I'm saying, LG Evil and LG Loyal were teams back then. They didn't call it Luminosity Gaming Loyal or Luminosity Gaming Evil. No, it abbreviated LG and an Evil. They could have put Timeless OBS.
So here's another thing. Does Dub switch now?
Timeless Obsidian.
Do you just kind of give this up and change completely, or do you hold on to it? So
That's worse? No, it's not.
Worth it.
Meg,
I mean,
you
if
have a
actually burst this thing
4%
down
win
with
rate,
the
Lucio.
then it's probably good.
You were playing Overwatch till 6 a.m. That's worse.
It would feel pretty bad to just chuck it down the bin, but it also feels like you're going into this next fight without a Reaper in a way worse position comp-wise.
You really favor burst damage here.
Like the Bob needs to get insane value here, right?
Here it comes.
Oh, it's not a random win rate. Meg's win rate on Lucio was actually 4%.
Well, that's good enough, I think. Claiming 2 justifies holding on to that ultimate, staying on the Ash.
Absolutely. So I wonder if you'll see Dub swap now. AJ Mar goes over to Moira, so that would probably tell you we're going to see Reaper. We'll see though. Yeah. Okay, so that'll be a Reaper swap. So staying on the Ash in terms of getting the Bob out definitely ended up paying off. Bob ends up getting 2 in that fight, some knock-up damage. Ends up being pretty positive there for Obsidian.
Cage fight here, sound barriers for both sides. I think both Malgar ultimates soon enough too. Tread took a ton of damage up front there, and now the Blizzard comes down. Who's in there? Nobody. TP. The antidote there. Well, the anti-freeze in this case. This is
I feel like M80. I feel like M80 is literally just copying what APAC teams are doing. The APAC teams are running the sim. There's no fucking way.
Reaper coming out of Wraith Fork doesn't connect, but hey, you get a convincing fight win anyway.
Yeah, that is a double cage fight going on there. Lep ends up using sound.
Chat, can I get an 07 for Meg?
With everybody there.
Take care, Meg.
M80, so
This will be your
another fight
57th
there
ban.
for Obsidian. Look, if you can, the faster these fights end, in theory.
ETH with the massive 50 gifted subs, my dude. Absolutely fucking insane. I appreciate it.
It's gonna be AJR using the coalescence.
Pelican! Save Pelican! Well, I guess Operation Look at the Reaper now is actually paying off for Obsidian. They got the memo.
Flip sides though. M80's moving away with a car, so they
Yeah, they like the Reaper though here. Once Dove can actually close the gap, this could be bad. Okay, Dove, hello. Gets caught in the Death Blossom and really not in a position to impact anyone else. The speed boost apparently was there for Lep to get M80 out of trouble. Now Pelican's going to be on the way back to the fight, and Obsidian are down a player. Dove going to be switching over to Widowmaker here and try to be the difference maker, but a sound.
Wait, the Widowmaker?
They need to turn this into a kill, but the Ice Block from Dynasty delays things. Death Blossom here's an option now as this sound barrier is expiring from Obsidian. But Pelican doesn't have a good angle. Not as Dove, in fairness. Surely hoping to pick off an easy Moira or Lucio. Just seeing the big bulk of Malga obscuring much of his view. Hydron playing that off angle here, probably cognizant of the fact that Widow is on the hunt. Hawk trying to push Tread away. Losing out in that.
How many gifted
battle.
subs that unban her?
Cage fight's going to expire, and here comes Pelican
51.
with the second part of that 1-2 punch.
50 the ban unban her. If you want to unban her, you got to give more. 51.
Out and Hydron's there for 2.
She's
Yeah, and obviously, the Widow switch to just get back and maybe a line of sight thing. You probably would have, with how long the fight went, you probably would have made it back on the Reaper, which I think just kind of bodes the difference in that fight, right? Obsidian actually held on for much longer than I thought when you're kind of like trading these ultimates back and forth, especially being able to keep Tread alive. I mean, with how, impressed with him in the supports, considering there's so much damage on the other side.
yeah.
You don't really have
ETH.
that big
I don't think
burst
ETH
damage
wants her
across the Reaper.
unbanned, chat. So we're gonna keep her gone.
Thrown up here. Try and buy a bit of space for Obsidian, but it's sidestepped. Tread brought down. That Symmetra really hurts, and this isn't even that late into the fight. Already Hydron was so charged up, maybe because of that May wall, letting him get there early. Sim wall in play. Dynasty has to step onto the dangerous side of it, as does AJMR. It's the only way they're going to get the healing.
No one's killing those turrets, and those turrets are doing some damage, bro.
We will have sound barriers in this next fight, but Ultraviolet gets maximum value for that single coalescence.
Yes, Pelican TPs forward. I think wants to play as close to the spawn door as possible. Has to have an idea they're going towards that other spawn door here, so.
You'll know.
Ooh, I don't know. I think Obsidian's gonna win this fight, though.
He's trying to lurk for a big Death Blossom.
Right, this should be a wash. With Hydron being the first to fall here, and Manny don't really have like a deterministic win condition in that fight. Yeah, Hawk will commit himself to the mechanological abyss.
Yeah, I don't like the 50 HP on the turrets. I think what Overwatch should have did to keep it
kind of like lurking in the backline, trying to go for
similar to before the health buff is that if all the sim turrets were 30 health and you made everyone's health increased and you also made everyone's melee damage instead of 30 to 40, instead of buffing the health from 30 to 50, you should have been a 40, so I kept it consistent. But I don't guess they yeah, I don't know. That's what that makes sense to me. What's up, Dumplings? How you doing?
Dove's Death Blossom is good for 1. Pelican tries to double back, but disrespects the entirety of Obsidian stood behind him.
Yes, Pelican, it looked like he was considering the Death Blossom there when he was like.
Ooh, they're going for the spawn camp.
They had the effects of that sound barrier, so he decides not to pop it. So, Dove up on the high ground yet again. Different high ground though. See if he can maybe come out with a single kill here. Oh, big engage here from Obsidian.
Dove low though, that's why he's been looking.
There's no way. There's no way ETH wanted me to ban and then ETH gifted 51 for an unban. Bro, ETH, you're absolutely fucking insane, dude. There's no fucking... Okay, I gotta bring Meg back.
Hydron out first, and you're able to win them. I think that is a clear win condition here. with these two almost mirror compositions outside of the May in the sim. M80 has to get a touch. 8 seconds left.
Okay, she's on. She's on. Where's Meg at? She's still here.
Hydron has nowhere to go. There
I
it
felt
is.
bad.
No chance
You.
to really touch.
Where's Meg at?
Completely
Meg.
stuffing the teleporter plan. Great presence of mind from Obsidian. Great Maywall to deny that mobility.
Yeah, it's a Dynasty with a headshot right on a Hydron before you can even get through the TP. But we had nice
No,
knocking clears to
bro.
that low ground, and nobody actually able to get towards that cart. So the Sigma
She
didn't
said,
really work
"I'm
here on
free,"
defense
and the
on
first thing
point.
she said when
They
she was
started to
free
come
is
alive in the mirror,
meow.
and then
Nah,
towards the end,
bro.
Really, like, hey,
I'ma
we're
ban
using
her again,
Lucio
bro.
Rush. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that is nice with the May wall, with the sim wall as well. They need to basically, when they see M80, they need to figure out where Hydron is, speed, and collapse. Like
She
that is
said
kind of
50
the
to ban me
goal.
again. There's no way she
You
just
feel
said
like you have
50 to
enough
ban me
sustain to live through
again.
some of the damage that Pelican's gonna put down. You don't have the sustain in the long run if Hydron's around. That's the big difference.
Chat, can I get a W for East though? Absolutely fucking insane, man. I appreciate it. You are number one gifted. Fucking A. And Protein, pre-pronounce at 35 months.
He was often targeted. Opposing teams sort of realized just how much impact he could have if he was let go in these fights. Obsidian don't want to give him any room whatsoever. Hydron's not going to flank on the Symmetra. If he gets caught in the back of a pack and there is like
Cedre? Is that you saying? Appreciate some tier 3 for 5 months. Absolutely insane. I appreciate it.
Alright, well no Sombras
And
out of
Eve,
cloak in
appreciate the
summer
massive.
rounds,
Get
no
this up
freebies for
again,
Dove.
my dude. Absolutely crazy. Yo, god damn. You guys are fucking insane.
You're still thinking about that from yesterday.
I am. It was quite a moment, really. You don't see that very often. Very notable. Tread. We wanted a decent stop there. Maybe just
That is
run around
insane,
the
bro.
statue
You are
and not
crazy. I
stop
appreciate it.
big damage as you'd expect. Hydron again. Look where Hydron is playing. Quite close to the front line. There is a lot of risk associated with this playstyle. When Cardiac Overdrive's in play. Yeah, see, oh man, I tell you what. Hydron a little too far forward. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, legitimately, his burst damage blows the Symmetra to pieces.
No, I mean, the sim is a glass cannon. That's
Oh,
exactly how you
he
have
got
to
the
play this
Reaper.
sim.
Oh, the Reaper faded.
If your Dynasty and Obsidian is Maywall there by the hotel.
I still can't
you got
believe
another
it.
player split
He
off.
gifted
Now they
50
do
subs to
ultraviolet.
ban Meg and then
It's a
felt
really
so
good
bad
start
for
for
banning
Obsidian.
Meg. Gifted another 151 to unfree Meg. That's
It's a bit more
crazy,
annoying. A
dude.
team like Obsidian, who seems to be very good at identifying those key targets very quickly, they're going to really punish you for this. Hawk in the choke, that is a May wall, and you have given up the point. You've given up the choke against a May. What do you expect?
Yeah, so I think this first part will be difficult to like break through with.
5
against the
minutes
sim
though.
with
This
the
is
sim
actually
wall,
really good for
on the other
Obsidian. Maybe
side,
they can
but
fucking win this.
If you're able to do this, I mean, Obsidian sets themselves up, tying this up 1-1. I also think really give M80 some kind of thing to think about here in the break between maps of like, what do you do moving forward?
Here's that call. Ooh, Dynasty couldn't be seen. AJMR, they realized their May was low, but they couldn't get at them past the card. Line of sight for the coalescence was broken up here. Now this goes from bad to worse.
I feel like a lot of the
Maybe a
re-rolls
sound
just
barrier,
get,
maybe
like,
there's an opportunity to make something happen
mitigated.
here, but Lep- Okay.
I've been watching that all day.
I think if Lep gets the whole sound barrier here, this is devastating for Obsidian. Now, though, a little more salvageable. Not the result you want, but at least you trade those Lucio ultimates and don't force yourself to beat a
God
disadvantage for the
damn,
next fight,
M80's
too.
not playing though. Jeez.
Awesome. Dove switches to, okay, it was like Ash, Widow, then now back to Reaper. Maybe thought he could just get a pick if somebody pushed up a little bit further. You have to know there's going to be the cage fight Reaper ult here for M80. Some car progress they're going to get here for Obsidian. You're going to have to use this Blizzard to kind of counter those two ultimates though, right? No support ult on the other side, so maybe you think you're able to win with a Blizzard, but Hydron's been pretty good about landing these TPs and being able to help players get out.
What a mail. Wait a minute. Oh, still got Hydron.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere. That was beautiful. Blizzard also thrown to cut off his retreat. Nicely done. You've got the Malga. What's next? Okay. Blossom from Pelican. AJMR not ready for that. Somehow Pelican got airdropped. Must have just got out of the gulag. All right. Dove able to find 2 kills, though. And that will be M80 getting cleaned up once more. Ultraviolet, though, still able to find one on the backside, but you are dealing with the Malga. You are not going to win that fight. He's very big and scary. And he's about his business.
He's,
Savage. Appreciate that as a prime, my dude.
Round to the second
Welcome,
corner, getting
welcome.
close to our second checkpoint. As Obsidian setting a pretty good time here, and a big advantage in terms of Death Blossom, right? Pelican probably feels forced to kind of use it in that situation. You gotta feel like you absolutely need that fight win. So now I guess you're gonna have this Coalescence, maybe just kind of go on the back of both.
Oh, couldn't save Hydron. Oh.
Get rid of it! It is so fragile in moments like this. Dove, beelines full of sim. It's an easy pickup. 2 minutes 50 on the clock here for Obsidian. I have this checkpoint. You've got to be feeling good about that. Tread also holding on the cage fight. You do not need it. Hawk somehow staying alive because Malga finally brings him down.
Dude, I feel bad for Hydron. Hydron is getting fucking roasted in the Overwatch esports fucking thing.
I love the way they've adjusted though. We talked a little bit in map 1 about kind of.
Someone said it's crazy that Hydron is on the easiest character in the game, and that Crutch couldn't even save him from feeding his brains out. Jesus.
They go with the Coalescence and take him out. Where it feels like if you just, it's kind of odd to say for Obsidian, right?
Symmetra is the easiest character in the game. I agree. The sim community hates me, and you know what? I'm glad. The character is fucking stupid. Easy character, plays itself.
Pelican in the back line. That's kind of your path to victory here.
M80 gonna have to pull up something pretty brilliant here. Oh my goodness, they are so far behind on King's Row. Pelican there, has to get out. Cage match gets thrown down. Here comes Pelly though, looking for this Death Blossom. But again, with the Blizzard, that's just not an option. Somehow Tread catches him there. M80 feeding, positively feeding. And Thailand's Obsidian gonna be, I mean, really making a statement here on King's Row. If they can pull this off, and they will. Dove found 2 already.
There's no way, bro. Good shit.
It's tough to keep that sim in the action. Pelican
Oh, wait, never mind. I thought Obsidian was gonna win. That fucking sucks.
M80 squad who are under so much pressure. This is a long time to hold, Matt. But I've seen crazier things from teams that include Pelican.
Yeah, I mean, that is Pelican coming out of the spawn with a big Death Blossom there. Is, did we see him?
Oh, he's switching to Sojourn.
Sojourn to try and control some of the high ground, potentially. Ultraviolet also moves away from Moira and goes over to the Kiriko. So, some changes here for M80 here at the end. 2 minutes and 20. Decent amount of time for Obsidian, but they used a lot of ults in that last fight.
Enough time, though, for them to come around to another ult cycle peak.
I want Obsidian to win just so I can see, like, not a 3-0 chat. I want to see... But I also want M80 to win because, I mean, it does have a lot of our friends on it. So, like, Hydron, Pelican, Ultraviolet. I don't really... And Hawk. We know Hawk and Lep. I mostly know Pelican and Hydron, though.
Gonna throw that into the churning mass of M80 players here, but AGMR doesn't have any great targets. We're tread down. I'm going to call this one early. Save yourself the trouble. They throw a Blizzard in there anyway. Can you find something with this? Probably not without the Reaper.
No. I mean, I think the Blizzard is just in there because you get both support ults out. Like, that's kind of the big thing there, right? You get Kitsune Rush and you get Sound Barrier out. So you invest that Blizzard, you trade Blizzard essentially for beat. You'll make that trade always. And then now you feel like with momentum.
Surely you know all these players. Surely. Well, I don't know. I don't know AJ, MR, Tread, Dynasty. I know Dove.
You have some,
I know the whole
in the
M80
mix, right?
team.
Just kinda, dash resets, put some pressure on Pelican. That's kind of how you feel like you win this if you're Obsidian.
M80 know what's coming. They have to know. Cage match here to try and isolate. Again, that what's
A candy. Pre-master 14 months. Appreciate it.
Double cage fight thrown up. Sound barrier crucially here for Obsidian now. Tread is low. He's so low, and Pelican's gonna come in with the overclock.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Mogul ult with Simwall is fucking insane.
That overclock that does the dirty work. And now we're down to 40 seconds. This is far from a certain thing. Thailand's Obsidian had to dig a little deeper once more.
Yeah, M80 will have Kitsune Rush. So you're
Providence, pre-master 50 months. How you doing, my dude?
Plus Death Blossom here. Yeah, Dub has to figure out a way to get in like a really good position here. Now Lep gonna look to try and maybe just knock him off course.
Here comes Amalga. TP was used there to M80 reposition adequately. Dynasty looked like he was knocked towards the edge, but able to stay alive by the looks of things, and Dove is too low for a death.
Oh, that's bad, bro. That's bad. Death Blossom and then fucking ulted and died.
And that is gonna hurt Obsidian. They don't have any time to get the Reaper back in the fight now. And
M80 fucking rolling. Oh my.
For Obsidian was so clear, and yet just so hard to pull off. M80 pull off a ridiculous hold in the last phase of King's Row. Bro! Come on, man.
Obsidian had 3 opportunities to be able to really get the payload over the line, and every time, constantly they're doing a great
What
job.
a fucking hold, bro. I thought they were gonna win.
Putting the pressure
I thought they were gonna win for sure, dude.
And there's plenty of value to be had here. M80 don't have a great way to traverse this distance to access this perch position.
But does it ultimately so the damage you're putting down out here, right? Like you're looking for a dynamite that you can maybe turn the corner and capitalize on, but it feels like if you're M80, you're fine just kind of sitting here and waiting for them to have to bring the fight to you. And look at where Pelican is. You can kind of see through the radar. He's gonna pick this bot up on the other side if they can get it that far.
There's the dynamite. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty damn good dynamite.
I like the Ash here.
Very close already to a Bob. Will eventually be knocked from that higher position. Not hard to reassume it though. They don't need to. Obsidian in a group up and push straight towards M80. Hawk was so low earlier on. This has to force a call. They've got no other choice here. I want to point out the Baptiste here for AJMR. So Obsidian really trying to abuse that high ground.
Yeah, and maybe they think they have him a little bit low as that time Tread comes around the corner, slam, cardiac overdrive. They get the immortality field on top of him, but
I think Ash could be good. I mean, Ash has, oh my god, Obsidian already has all their ults besides their tank though. But so does almost M80.
Here for M80 with that Sombra in play. Obsidian. I think that the Ash and the Bab can work in certain situations. I think when you have to take this kind of fight on even ground. I think that's where you'll see it.
Windowed and disappeared. Damn.
He's punishing indeed. They're gonna try and play around the Baptiste as well as they can, but eventually, yep, those healing resources run a little dry.
Holy shit, dude, M80's rolling.
Death Blossom definitely making it hard for them to get back into the fight. Now we'll clean up and we'll get that checkpoint.
Yeah, and Hydron just adds another layer of pressure on the backline, right? I think, okay, so Dynasty's gonna play Sombra. Do you see Dove? Dove's gonna play the Sojourn, so gonna match Pelican, who's now swapped. So both teams want to move away from the Reaper here. Maybe it's just a little bit of harder for Reaper to kind of traverse those wide open areas.
Yeah, again, I think from this position, right, when you have the first checkpoint, you don't really need to push that much further. You're quite happy actually sitting here and waiting for the team that's behind to come to you. So you use Sojourn, you abuse the crud out of her. If you ever want to push further ahead, you can switch to Reaper, or post the Sojourn up on the left-hand side of that next street phase. But Pelican's in a great spot here to be really annoying.
Bird versus Pelican versus Seagull.
What M80 wants is obviously Obsidian to kind of walk into this fight because Hydron's gonna have a huge advantage in terms of EMP, but it's gonna be Dove. Dove's had a really good series connecting with a headshot on a Pelican, but losing your Maga, it's gonna be difficult to bounce back after that.
A little thing as well, Maga's cage fight persists after he dies. So kind of frustrating. It makes it a little bit harder to snowball the advantage of managing to defeat the enemy Maga inside that cage. You're still corralled for the rest of your opponents to deal with. But M80, of course, finding that first pick. When they both trade those ultimates.
What do you think about the new DPS hero coming out in Season 10? It better be fucking fun.
EMP also online for your boy Hydron.
Little loop around there for Hawk. Then finds the Moira on the other side as... Yeah, I think they want to get aggressive with this EMP, but also I think they're trying to, find out where these players are. It's a big EMP from Dynasty, but he actually gets hit with a slam right as he's using that ult.
He doesn't expect that sheer amount of burst damage. I think the Cole as well from Ultraviolet pounds him as he sort of has to channel EMP for a very brief time before it goes off.
Bro, the fact that you can headshot by doing the step on Maga is just dumb.
This is now getting out of hand. This is getting out of control. Pelican finding good value here on the Sojourn. More than happy to stick to it. It's just a lack of support ultimates here for Obsidian that could be a real problem in terms of holding their ground.
Yeah, this is an awesome spot.
Actually, you want a good take on that new hero? I hope,
straight alley that everybody
because they always do this with new heroes. I hope
Pelican, you can get a kill. You're in a fantastic spot as Dynasty.
That the new hero isn't fucking 5 characters put into one. That's what they're doing with a lot of characters. They're making that's not a new hero. It's a fucking superhero at this point that they're making.
For how quickly his health pool is going to dwindle. Another one fight here. Only Overclock committed. You've got to be pleased about it. That bot should be headed back where she was.
Well, and the worst part here for Obsidian, is like, look at the support ultimates. I mean, M80 gonna have double support ultimate going straight down this alley to try and get a full map completion. Would be a huge message here at the end, a big statement win for M80 to complete the map. But HMR actually finds Hydron there with a biotic orb, so pretty big kill. It's gonna force M80 to back up.
Just to the high ground where they were before, so they'll still be able to abuse this positional advantage. Dove will slowly make his way here to the left and maybe try and find a nice rail.
You know, as much as you know how ridiculous that sounds is probably true. The new hero will have a boop, a heal, an anti-heal, and a barrier all in one ability. You know, that's actually so true.
One of the most linear parts of this entire map. Yeah, that's a great spot for it.
Also, I really feel bad for Obsidian.
What do you even do?
127 meters to 0.
The entire map. 127 meters.
You want my honest answer?
What?
You spill a drink on your keyboard.
Okay. And then what?
Don't call a pause.
Then give me 30 minutes to look through the rulebook.
No, don't call a pause. Just don't do it. I'll let you figure out the rest. Dynasty taken down there. Here's that EMP. Tired tread, rather, excuse me. I'm misreading that, but he probably feels it after that. Poor kid to shove on HMR. You're going to be forcing out that fade. And knows the rest of Obsidian to hold up here.
Cage fight with both supporters.
Yeah, how's that beat looking? Pretty sketchy indeed.
Right after, I mean, wow.
Okay, friends, YouTube thinks you might like this next video, so let me know if they're right.